So I just had a meditation and I thought I wanted to share with you guys. I was trying to finish something up and I was feeling a lot of pressure in my head, and um, my family members were coming in and out of the room, and after a couple of whiles I was like, just, what do you want? And I got a little bit too vocal and too loud with that, which I can do better with. I can be more patient. I can come through as many times as I want. I just have to go deeper and focus on my breath. And so for anyone that gets pretty easily frustrated or whatever, just hit the pause button. And that's usually what I do, but I, for some reason, didn't do that. So that kind of made me a little bit feel some type of way, like it was a misstep. So I'm turning right around. I asked for their forgiveness, and I'm kind of just moving forward from there. What I wanted to share with anyone listening to this video is I want you to do a visualization with me. I want you to think of yourself as a single blade of grass. Right? It's kind of an interesting vision, right? And I want you to think and look at the grass grow, and the grass growing up from the ground, and it's surrounded constantly by other blades of grass of kind of path and forward projection. They're all growing upwards and going through their cycle and their phase. Some may already be grown, some may be shorter, some may be taller, but still they're all growing. And then again, I want you to think again of yourself as a single blade of grass. Close your eyes if you need to. And I want you to see that blade of grass and take away all of the other blades of grass around it. Got that image? Now what happens to the single blade of grass? Plants it in the ground as just one blade, nothing else around it but the earth, the sun, the wind, all the elements, and that one blade of grass. Well, it gets scorched by the sun, it gets crushed if it stomped out and stamped out at times. If somebody walks over it, it doesn't have the support and the strength of a community. It doesn't have the support and the strength of those growing in the same manner, and from the same ground. It's so low, and so when it gets scorched, when the wind blows too hard, maybe it gets uprooted, who knows. But really it turns into a shriveled gray or brown rather grass. I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to replace and think of now yourself as that blade of grass. When you try to do it alone, when you try to reject the support of a community, of those who are trying to grow upward in their spiritual, mental, and emotional process, what happens is that you put yourself as a me against the world, and that blade of grass is unlikely to survive. It can, but it will be through challenge and through oftentimes strife with the environment around it. So when you do run into in your life a stressful or strife-like situation where the environment seems to be bucking up against you, and you're like, just stop. That's perfectly fine to say. It happens, but I also want to invite you to really see, is that because you are trying to separate yourself and leave behind the kind of community that is most supportive for your soul? So I'm not talking about like changing things in your life or going to a new church or anything. I'm talking about like soul development and your spiritual path. So those are the things that I've been thinking about, and just kind of wanted to share with you as an accountability also for myself, that I was like, man, I let myself get heated about that, and to feel that pressure and, internalize it. It felt like somebody was pulling my head apart, because it was very painful. And so I responded out of that pain rather than out of, compassion. And so my challenge for anyone listening to this is to respond with compassion and patience, regardless of the situation or of how it may seem, and to ask for forgiveness from yourself, and change to saying thank you for the opportunity to see that portion of myself and my energy. Keep it moving. Send you love. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and God bless. Bye.